So the first chord family we'll talk about is the family of G, and I'm gonna stick to naming it the Nashville notation way as well as the chord to stay consistent. So in terms of the G chord, I don't typically play your classic chord book G. This just kind of has a dated sound to it. So what I do is I play what I call the flatline G. So I'm gonna start with my middle finger on the 3rd fret top string, and then I'm gonna take these 2 fingers, pair them together, and put them on the last 2 together. So you get kind of a straight line chord, get a very, very standard straight sounding G. So this is your 1. So let's keep going. We'll go over to the 4. So all you have to do, instead of going to your classic C chord, is you go flatline G, take your middle finger, budge it down to the 2nd string, and you can see it's kind of pushed up against the top string a little, and what that does is it deads it out. So if I hit the low string, it's not ringing. So when I hit the whole thing together, I get a C chord, and I don't have to worry about trying to be so accurate that I don't play the bottom. So far we've got 1 and 4, nice and easy. Now again, a lot of these G chords, you're gonna be leaving your pinky and your ring finger in the same place. And that's why I call them the worship leader chords, is because you can have your eyes up, not looking at the guitar, and you can kind of feel where you need to be, and you don't have to do a whole lot of crazy finger movement. So let's keep going. Let's go to the 5 chord, which is the D. So what I'm gonna do is, in leaving these 2 together right there, I'm gonna make the classic D, but I'm gonna leave what becomes now a suspend on the D right there. So you can pull that off and have your classic D sound, or you can leave it on like this. So 1, 4, 5, kind of get a nice flavor staying in the spirit of the key of G. So let's keep going from there. Leaving these 2 fingers anchored. Now let's put these 2 together and go 2nd string, 2nd fret, and put those 2 together, and you get this really great 6 minor or E minor sound. So far we've got 1, 4, 5, 6, and now here let's go to some of the in-between fragments. So I'm gonna go back to the flatline G. Now if you go to your D, you can do this 2 ways. You can use your thumb and actually hit the low string 2nd fret, and you get kind of this walk down effect to your 6. So you've got your straight G, and you've got your major 7th, and you can go to your E minor. So that's a really nice walk down sound. So again, that's flatline G, thumb on the bass note over a D chord, and then down to your 6, E minor. So let's do another in-between position. You've got your flatline G, and now let's do the 3 chord. The 3 is one of my favorite flavors. So all I'm gonna do is take my pointer and budge it up against the top again, so I dead that string out, but it's on the 2nd fret right here, and you get this sound, which you can then walk up to your 4 chord. So all together, you got your 1, 3, 4. So that's a really nice flavor. And if you want to, there's an add-on that you can throw in there. I like to add on the 4th string, 2nd fret, you kind of add this. That's just one of those things that's readily available in this pattern of chords. Let's do one more. Instead of the classic 2 minor as an A minor straight out of the chord book, let's soften that. So I'm gonna take my pinky finger, put it on the last string. Pointer finger goes on the 5th string, 1st fret, so you get that. Now I'm gonna skip over to the 3rd string with my middle finger, and now I'm gonna take my thumb and I'm gonna dead out the top note again, because my root of this chord is the 2nd string, 0 fret, your A note. So now I can play this all together. So you get this really nice sounding 2 minor. So what we can do now is we can actually walk all the way up from 1, all the way back up to our 1 chord through the whole thing. So let's do that. You've got your G, which is your 1. Go over to your 2 minor, which is the A minor. Go up to your 3, which would be the equivalent of a B fragment. Go up to your 4, which is a C. Your 5, which is a D, your 6, which is an E minor, and then you can do your major 7th, and then you find yourself back at G. So again, you can use all of these shapes with a capo, and you can play pretty far up the neck. These are probably the most common chord fragments that you'll see us use in worship, or a lot of people use. They just sound really good. They're very easy to play. You don't have to have have your eyes on them. So that's the family of G.